With the green beans. I love the green bean juice. Mashed taters.
Hi guys, how are you doing today? My name is Kidneyjay. The J stands for jerk because my kidneys are a pair of jerks. And you're probably thinking, KJ Sugar Tits, what is up with that intro? Well, I couldn't help myself because it's the perfect segue to remind you guys to pour some bean juice on that subscribe button, that like button, and to remind you that I do have memberships listed down below. If you want to help my humble little channel, that way you can, because we do have a bit to cover today. We are going to be covering the aftermath of Hungry Fat Chick's apartment debacle, we'll call it. Going to talk about her audience imploring her, including me, to file a police report, which apparently she has done. We're going to talk about the money of it all to move and how she is saying things are going to be financially tight. And then we're going to talk about the mental toll it has had on her because someone basically, I'll put some pictures up here, threw a rock through her window. And as well as the week before, someone tried to break into her kitchen window and she didn't think anything of it because she says she suffers from auditory hallucinations. Now, I've been following Hungry Fat Chick for a long time. I do remember her saying this. So let me just play a clip from back in the day, her talking about her auditory hallucinations.
A mental illness that, well, I'll just come out and say it. It causes me to hallucinate and stuff. And it can get really, really freaking scary sometimes. Like, really scary. And I have to question reality. I'm like, is this really happening? Or am I just imagining this? Is this just not real? So there's times when I'm like laying in bed alone and I'm not alone. I'm not alone. And it gets really scary. Alone for me is different from other people because I don't really feel alone, you know. There's always people around me. There's something around me. I'm not saying I'm haunted, but...
So that clip was from April 2023, about a year after she moved into that place. She had left her previous place with Susan and Thomas, aka Hungry Hippie. And I'm just going to show this clip since we're in our DeLorean, in our time machines now, of when she moved into that place. Because you guys know, recently, Hungry Fat Chick getting into a vehicle, being in a vehicle is a whole ordeal. This from it was from January 2022. I just couldn't help notice how comfortable she looked. She doesn't look uncomfortable at all. So just for shits and gigs, memory's sake, here's that clip.
Hey y'all. I just wanted to say I'm out and about today. I got the keys to my new apartment. Yay! Oh, so excited. I'm sitting over here right now at Ellis Island, waiting for some cheap, prime rib and potatoes for dinner to celebrate.
Always fun to time travel, but let's get back to present day, where Hungry Fat Chick says she did file a police report. She said at the end of her videos regarding the rock that she doesn't do cops, but her audience, I guess, persuaded her to do it, and she talks about it in her mukbang titled KFC $20 Build a Bucket Meal Mukbang Eating Show.
But y'all will be happy to know that I was able to make a police report, so I got that done. I just want to let y'all know that I took care of some business that I needed to take care of. I asked ChatGPT if there was like a time limit on, making a police report on an incident. And it was like, not necessarily. I mean, there's like statute of limitations, but that's on something else. It's not, you can make the report, but them actually being able to do anything at this point, because evidence is like, there's, you know, it's all been cleaned up. The security guy took the rock, you know, but apparently security has surveillance. So, you know, that could be helpful to the police if they investigate. Who knows if they actually will or not, but...
So I'm glad a police report was filed by her. I don't understand her reasoning. To me, it seems like the more information, the better. Even though evidence was not still intact, why not have it on your end and peace of mind, knowing that you at least put in the report, and if something does happen again, there is at least, you know, a pattern the police can look at. All right, so now let's talk about her actually moving. Now, during the KFC video, she was pretty optimistic, talking about maybe senior living, where she could have access to lower showers, as well as accessible countertops that are lower for her.
But if I can get into like a senior living community, that would be aces. No kids running around. No little vandals.
Then the tone sort of shifted in her Mandalorian video, titled The Mandalorian and Grogu Bounty Bundle from Burger King Reviews and Mukbang. And this is where it's going to get controversial. Some might say this is her setup for a grift, maybe a GoFundMe, to get her viewers to help her to move to a new place. So let's just listen to that.
I'm looking for apartments. And I don't know, I'm getting a little discouraged because I'm thinking about it and I'm like, here lately I've just been almost like paycheck to paycheck. So I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to move? It won't be easy, but I gotta save my monies. So I've been trying to cook at home a little more often. Told y'all about my goulash I was gonna cook, and I did.
And she goes to show her goulash off, which, by the way, it does hurt my Hungarian heart that this is called goulash, but I also understand it's a different species of goulash, American goulash to be exact. Hungry Fatchick said that will last her a few meals. And it looks like it only took a possible home invasion and a rock through a window to get her cooking more at home, which her audience has been begging her to do for the longest time. So we are almost done here. We're going to end with the clip of how it is affecting her mentals. Now, I will say this would be a great time for Hungry Fatchick to get a therapist. I think her therapist retired almost a year ago. I believe it was summer 2025. Just because Hungry Fatchick is going to move, changing the scenery, which I think is, yes, for sure, do that, doesn't mean she's not going to take all that mental baggage with her. And you saw the clip in the beginning, that was her, you know, having delusions and not being mentally well because she had been living on her own, and she had not lived on her own for quite a while. So we'll just leave it at that. Thank you if you made it this far, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.
So yeah, I'm doing okay, as well as can be expected. It's been just over a week since my incident, and I tell you, I'm waking up some nights just hearing my upstairs neighbors and I'll like wake up like almost panicked, feeling like someone's in here with me. And again, it's just my brain doing stuff.